Hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the exercise where you created a user story map for the product or idea that you're working on as part of this course. Let me give you a few more tips and tricks on how you can do user story map in a better way so that you can take that understanding to when you create user story maps with your team for your real product. The first tip is to talk and doc. What do we mean by that? Ideally, tell the story and have other people document what you're saying. For example, you would say, when I open the app, as a first thing, I see a sign up or login. And when you say that, other people can write this down. While you say that, they can also ask you questions. What type of signups do you want? What type of login do you want? And those would be options or details to that specific item of our backbone. You, as the storyteller, can decide whether you dive deep or whether you continue telling the story on the backbone, on the chapter level first. Second, always do this exercise with other people, ideally with your developers or maybe key stakeholders. Why? Because A, you get people to ask you questions, and B, while telling the story and documenting it, you already build a shared understanding of the overall picture, of the overall product that you want to create for your customers. Tip number 3 is around running different scenarios. What do I mean by that? If you go back to the morning routine, you can create a morning routine for a normal day at work, but you can also create a morning routine for a Sunday or for a day where your child or where your pet is sick. What kind of differences would happen to that morning routine? What kind of additional items would end up in your story map? And finally, from time to time, you might have to break up a user story map into multiple story maps based on customer segments you're serving and actual value propositions that you're delivering. A great example for that would be Facebook. There would be most likely one story map for the regular user going through the newsfeed, etc., and a dedicated story map for advertisers using Facebook as a tool to promote their products and services to the other Facebook users. So you can see there's a bunch of things to keep in mind. To summarize, always create a story map with a team of people. Tell a story, and as a storyteller, decide where you go deep and where you continue telling the story based on the chapters, based on the backbone. Try to create the story map with as many scenarios in your mind as possible, and at some point, probably you have to make a decision to break one big story map into multiple story maps based on the customer segments that you're serving. In our next video, we will learn another tool that can help you create great product backlogs from scratch. It's called the Kano model, and I'll see you there.